The weight of regret. My father was a quiet man. He never spoke much, but his love was evident in the small, everyday things. The way he saved the last piece of my favorite sweet for me, how he stayed up all night when I was sick, his rough, calloused hands carefully mending my broken toys. I never paid attention to these gestures, not truly. I took them for granted, assuming he would always be there, that there would always be time. But time is not a promise, it is a thief. When he first fell ill, the doctors said his condition was serious. Yet, I brushed it aside, lost in the rush of my own life, work deadlines, social commitments, the endless distractions of adulthood. I'll visit him next week, I told myself, as if next week was guaranteed, as if he would simply wait for me, forever patient, forever understanding. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months. His voice on the phone grew weaker, but I was too busy to notice. He never complained, never demanded my time. That was the worst part, his quiet acceptance of my neglect. Then, one evening, the call came. It was raining, a heavy, mournful downpour that seemed to weep for what was about to happen. My mother's voice trembled as she spoke. "Come now," she said. "He doesn't have much time." My heart pounded as I rushed to the hospital, my mind screaming at the traffic, at the slow-moving seconds. "Please, just let me see him one last time." But fate is cruel. By the time I reached his bedside, his chest had stilled. His hands, once so strong, lay motionless. His face, so familiar, was now a mask of eternal peace. And I, the son who had been too busy, too selfish, stood there, hollowed out by the weight of my own failure. The funeral passed in a haze. Relatives offered their condolences, their words meaningless against the storm inside me. I nodded, I thanked them, but all I could think was, I should have been here sooner. I should have been better. After everyone left, the house felt unbearably empty. His chair sat unused in the corner, his favorite cup still on the shelf. Sometimes, I caught myself listening for the sound of his footsteps, only to remember he would never walk through that door again. One evening, while sorting through his belongings, I found an old notebook tucked away in his drawer. Its pages were filled with small, handwritten notes, dates, memories, little reminders of me. Today, my son learned to ride a bicycle. He fell so many times, but he never gave up. His first day of college, he looked so proud in his new clothes. He called today. He sounded tired. I wish I could do more for him. And then, on the last page, written in a shaky, fading script, "I miss him. I hope he visits soon." The words shattered me. All those years, he had been keeping track of my life, cherishing moments I had long forgotten. And what had I given him in return? Excuses, absence, regret. That night, I dreamed of him. He was standing in the doorway, smiling softly, as if waiting for me to come home. In the dream, I ran to him, desperate to tell him everything I had never said, how much I loved him, how sorry I was. But just as I reached him, he faded away, leaving me alone in the darkness. I woke up with tears on my face, the silence of the house pressing down on me like a suffocating weight. People say grief gets easier with time, but they're wrong. It doesn't fade, it changes shape. Some days, it's a dull ache, a constant whisper in the back of my mind. Other days, it's a tidal wave, pulling me under until I can't breathe. The hardest part is knowing that I can never fix it. No amount of apologies, no amount of tears can bring him back. All the words I left unspoken, all the time I wasted, those are my burdens to carry now. If I could go back, I would. I would sit by his side and listen to his stories. I would hold his hand and tell him how much he meant to me. I would make sure he knew he was loved. But life doesn't give second chances. All it leaves you with is a crushing weight of regret and a haunting, unanswerable question. Why didn't I love him better while I still had the chance?